You want us to translate to other participant, right?
Yeah, anyone can, inshallah, raise hand and go ahead, inshallah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's just open this meeting first with Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Thank you for brother and his wife, of course. Without his wife, I'm sure you will not be able to talk over here. So go ahead. This is your time now.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Dear sisters and brothers, Jazakumullah khair for giving me such an opportunity to speak to all of you. So motivation, our kids, it's an important subject. It's something which related to our deen, our religion, actually. So whenever we read the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we will find that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam meant to encourage and motivate the young companions among the old companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he take advantage of each chance to do such a thing. So I just want to ask the sisters one question. What's the intention to motivate our kids?
Okay,
what's the niyyah? What's the intention? What's the purpose?
Okay, mungkin ada yang mau open mic dan menjawab. Brother bertanya, apa niat atau intention kita dalam mendidik anak-anak? Ibu Fatimah mungkin mau menjawab?
Ya. Assalamualaikum. Maaf tadi lagi hektik ke minimarket anak-anak biasa minta. Gimana Bu? Maaf diulangi lagi.
Jadi narasumbernya bertanya, sebagai seorang ibu, kita mendidik anak-anak kan ya di rumah sebagai madrasah pertama. Niatnya tuh apa sih? Kenapa kita mau gitu melakukan hal itu?
Karena agama, karena Islam, karena ibadah. Mendidik biar dia menjadi generasi umat Muhammad.
Wow, Masya Allah. Saya merinding dengarnya. Masya Allah. Okay, so she's saying that her niat is because he wants her children become a good part of Muhammad Rasulullah, our prophet.
MashaAllah.
Yes,
MashaAllah.
and for her future, for her deen. So, wow, MashaAllah, I learned a lot.
MashaAllah. 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 Okay, I'm going to share screen. Please give me permission.
Okay.
Sorry, I can speak English.
Do you want to speak English?
I can speak English.
Some of device have CC. Maybe you can use. Beberapa device punya CC. Mungkin bisa langsung ditranslate di device-nya. Bisa nggak ya?
So motivating your kids or your children. We have teachers here, right? We have sisters working as teachers. Guru ada?
Ya, Bu Vivi itu seorang dosen.
We have, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we have mothers and we have teachers. We have mothers and we have teachers, and they need to motivate the children or the students. The first step, as we mentioned, is the niyyah. Please go ahead, sister.
Oke, jadi kita memiliki ibu dan juga guru untuk memotivasi anak-anak kita atau yang disebut di sini juga sebagai student. Dan yang paling utama, yang paling pertama yang perlu diperhatikan adalah niat.
So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Innamal a'malu binniyat." The actions or the rewards of the actions based on the niyyah, the intention. What we are doing, or what's the reason for what we are doing? Do we need to motivate our kids so they learn and they have good position in the community, on the society, only to show off, or to do as the sister mentioned, to help the ummah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? So here is the niyyah is the most important element.
Di sini brother menceritakan bahwa pentingnya niat itu sampai-sampai disebutkan oleh Prophet Muhammad SAW dengan hadis yang disebutkan tadi, bahwa segala sesuatu basicnya adalah ada di niat. Bagaimana kita mau anak-anak seperti yang Bu Fatimah tadi share, anaknya kepingin jadi bagian dari umat Rasulullah yang membanggakan, atau mungkin hanya sekedar mengisi kekosongan di dunia ini. Jadi semua itu sangat amat penting berasal dari niat.
So the second step, problem solving. Problem solving. So our kids or our children or our students, they are not motivated enough to study or to participate in the class. The question here, why they are not encouraged enough?
Oke, step kedua adalah problem solving. Kadang-kadang anak itu tidak memiliki motivasi yang cukup untuk menyelesaikan permasalahan mereka.
So, may I hear the sisters, or may I hear the reasons from the sisters why their children not motivated enough, or maybe they think that there is some reasons cause the students or the children not motivated enough. Can someone share with me the reasons?
Oke, di sini brother sedang mengajak ibu-ibu yang lain untuk menceritakan apa sih biasanya yang menjadi problem dari anak-anak, mengapa mereka tidak memiliki motivasi yang cukup. Siapa yang mau open mic dan ikut menjawab? Ibu Tintia, Ibu Ruwaidah, Ibu Vivi. Ibu Fatimah lagi mungkin?
Sister Hanifa, Sister Hafiza,
that's me.
Sister Ruwaida, can please participate with us? Sister Tintia, are they there?
Okay, I will try to share my opinion, yeah, brother.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think one of the problems why the children don't have motivation to learn something.
Yes.
First, maybe because they don't know what of the good thing they have from what they learn. The first one, or maybe for example, to learn math, but math is very difficult for them to understand. Yeah, to be
Yes.
Yeah, the two reasons.
Jazakallah khair. Any other reasons, sisters?
Yeah, may I try?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, in my opinion, maybe because currently the world is already quite very easy for them, many facilities, etc. And maybe because of the parents as well, who always help them if there is any issues.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why they very used to be helped by others, so they don't have the initiative to do problem solving for their issue.
Mashallah. Any other reasons someone need to share? Okay. So what's the problem? Why our kids, our children, students, they are not motivated enough? One of the reason, fear of failure. He's scared to do something that he feel. This is the first reason. The fear, he has fear, he's scared, he's worried to go to the exam or to go to the school, and he being questioned, asked, and he doesn't answer. He has this kind of fear. Please, sister.
Oke, permasalahan yang paling pertama kali yang biasanya muncul di benak anak-anak adalah fear of failure. Artinya adalah ketakutan akan kegagalan. Jadi mereka sudah takut dulu bahwa mereka akan gagal sebelum mereka mulai.
The second one, unorganized. The house itself, the parents themselves, they are not organized. Based on that, the kids, they're gonna follow the parents. He go to school, he comes home, he doesn't have a specific time to eat, he doesn't have a specific time to sleep, he doesn't have a specific time to play. Everything is mixed and he does everything randomly, not on schedule. This one of the reason doesn't help our kids to study. Yes, sister.
Hal yang kedua adalah unorganized dari orang tuanya atau orang tuanya sendiri ternyata tidak memberi contoh yang baik. Sebagai contoh, orang tuanya tidak memiliki time management yang baik, sehingga anak-anak itu mengikuti apa yang dilakukan oleh orang tua. Tidak unorganized itu, tidak memiliki organisasi yang baik.
So the third reason, learning disability. We need to understand that our kids, our students, children, you know, the ability to study, the ability to understand is different from one to another. Yes, sister.
Oke, yang ketiga adalah ketidakmampuan dalam belajar. Kita harus memahami bahwa kemampuan anak dalam menangkap itu berbeda-beda tiap satu anak dengan yang lainnya.
Then we have the emotional stress. The parents, they have problems. Maybe he fought with his friends. Maybe he got beaten by the teacher. Maybe he had conflict with his siblings before going to the school or at home. All these accidents, situations, conditions create emotional stress.
Oke, yang selanjutnya adalah tekanan emosi yang dirasakan oleh orang tuanya, ternyata itu juga berakibat kepada anak-anak.
Then we have the lack of meaning. As the sister mentioned, he doesn't understand. For example, as the sister said, the math. For some students, math is difficult. So he doesn't understand what the teacher say. And at that point, or at that moment, he is not motivated enough to listen to the teacher or attend the class.
Yang kelima adalah tidak memahami makna ketika guru itu mengajarkan di kelas. Dia hanya mendengarkan tanpa memahami apa yang sedang diajarkan.
Then we have being the children lazy because of the routine of the house.
Oke, yang selanjutnya adalah perasaan malas dari anak.
Then the last factor, that the class is boring. The teacher is not creative, or the home itself, the parents doesn't help the students or the children to do their homework in creative way. It becomes boring, so the kids like they just want to escape the homework.
Yang selanjutnya adalah membosankan. Kondisi di kelas yang membosankan, guru sebagai tenaga pengajar yang tidak mampu mengajak anak-anak dengan cara yang kreatif untuk membuat anak-anak ini tertarik dengan apa yang sedang diajarkan.
Now we know the reasons why our kids is not motivated enough. Now let's solve the problem. Let's solve the problem. Here is the problem solving process. The problem solving process, it includes around 5 elements. The first one, define the problem.
Oke, saat ini brother akan menjelaskan bagaimana cara untuk menyelesaikan masalah. Yang pertama adalah pahami apa permasalahannya.
Yeah, if we understand, if we know, if we get to be aware of the reason why our kids is not motivated, then we can easily find the solution.
Ketika anak kita sudah memahami apa yang sebenarnya menjadi permasalahan mereka, maka itu akan dengan mudah untuk dia untuk mencari apa solusinya.
The second step, define the goals. What do you want your children to achieve? What do you want from a student to establish at the classroom?
Oke, yang kedua adalah mencari apa tujuannya.
Then generate possible solutions for the problem.
Yang kemudian ketika dua hal tadi sudah didapat, maka dia akan mendapatkan kemungkinan apa yang menjadi solusinya.
For example, if the kids or the kid has emotional stress because of the parents are fighting, most of the time, this issue actually needs to be solved because it affects directly on the kid. The kid doesn't have a problem, but the parents, they have the main problem.
Oke, sebagai contoh, maka selanjutnya anak akan memiliki rencana apa yang akan dia lakukan dalam mencari solusi dari permasalahannya.
Yeah, then we have to make action plan. We know the problem, we have goals to achieve, we have possible solutions which we can do it. Then let's have action plan.
Oke, selanjutnya adalah action plan, yaitu membuat rencana apa saja yang menjadi solusi.
Yeah, action plan means that the class or doing the homework is boring. So let's do it in creative way. This is the action plan, how to do it in creative way.
Oke. Sebagai contoh, ketika PR yang harus dikerjakan di rumah itu membosankan, maka dia akan mencari solusi bagaimana agar PR ini menjadi interesting, menjadi menarik untuk dikerjakan.
Then follow through, which means the materials, the time, the place to achieve our plan.
Oke, yang selanjutnya adalah follow through, yaitu mengikuti apa yang sudah di-planningkan, sudah mereka dapatkan dan mereka mengikutinya.
Finally, decision making.
Yang terakhir adalah decision making, yaitu memutuskan solusi terbaik.
Yeah, فإذا عزمت فتوكل على الله. You got everything ready, then you need tawakkul on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, trust on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have done all your responsibilities that you should do it regarding your kid. Then tawakkal ala Allah, and you trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you're gonna come up with good results, inshallah.
Oke. Jadi dalam pengambilan keputusan ini, brother di sini menjelaskan ada ayat Quran bahwa apapun hasil itu bukan tergantung kita, hasil itu harusnya kita serahkan kepada Allah.
Now we have important element, learning management. how to manage the education process of our kids. So the first thing is the niyyah, why we need to motivate our kids, but we are facing problems. Let's solve the problems. Then learning management, how to manage the education process of our kids. The learning management bubble. You see here rules for the education process. The first step for the learning or education management process for our kids, we need to put rules or write down the rules which the parents and the kids need to follow up.
Jadi di sini brother menjabarkan bahwa kita telah mempelajari tentang aturan-aturan bagaimana kita dapat memanage suatu permasalahan. Di sini diperlihatkan di slide ini puzzle-nya, yaitu yang pertama adalah rules dan procedures. Kita seharusnya sebagai orang tua, sebagai pendidik, kita membuat aturan-aturan dan rules and procedures, aturan-aturan yang nanti akan dilakukan oleh anak-anak kita.
Misalnya, like for example, the place, the time. The place, the time. For the education process. For example, doing the homework. For example, the kids came back. This one related to recognizing adherence, both are related. For example, the kids coming back from the school and they have homework. You decide with the kids the time and the place when to get the homework done and what the subjects that they need to do the homework for. Is it math? Is it Arabic? Is it Quran? Is it Bahasa Indonesia? Is it science? These two related to each other. Actually, all of them related to each other.
Okay. Jadi contohnya dalam memberlakukan rules and procedures adalah kita menyiapkan waktu dan tempat untuk anak-anak dalam mengerjakan PR. Ketika dia ada bermasalah dengan PR-nya, maka kita siapkan tempat yang nyaman untuk dia, waktu yang comfortable buat dia untuk mengerjakan PR itu.
Then organization for learning. Organization for learning. How to organize the time, for each subject, how long we should give. For example, we have 3 subjects, the math, the science, and the Quran. We have 1 hour. For each subject, how long we should give to study and do the homework.
Oke, di sini brother memberikan contoh organization for learning, misalnya kita. Okay, I didn't quite get that. Can you give me the example one more time?
For example, organizing the time.
Organizing, oh ya.
Yeah.
Contohnya adalah kita menjadwalkan kapan anak kita mengerjakan PR seperti itu.
Also, it's related to the place. Like, are we supposed to study at the bedroom or the dining room? Choosing the right place helps motivate the kids to study actually.
Oke. Jadi termasuk juga tempatnya, di mana kita memberikan tempat, ruang, waktu, dan tempat untuk anak kita mengerjakan PR.
Then we have the effective relationships with the children or the students. We ask ourselves, our relationship with our kids, is it really good I mean, we have the perfect relationship with our kids, which help them to be motivated to study, or there is some problems between us and our children.
Oke, di sini juga penting sekali ketika kita memiliki hubungan yang baik dengan anak-anak kita, dengan students, karena itu akan sangat berefek terhadap mereka menyukai pelajaran.
Then, inshallah, we're going to speak about this in details. Let's jump to engaging the students or the children. Give the kids the chance to decide which subject to start with. For example, as we mentioned, he has 3 subjects. Give him the freedom to choose which subject to start with. Do you want to start with math? Do you want to start with science? Do you want to start with the Quran? Like that.
Oke, di sini brother menjelaskan bahwa itu juga sangat penting kita memberikan keleluasaan kepada anak atau kepada student, kepada murid kita, pelajaran mana yang mau dia kerjakan terlebih dahulu.
Then we have the emotions, intelligence. I have one question for the sisters. Which more emotional, the boys or the girls?
Oke, di sini brother menanyakan kepada kita semua.
Can I hear from Nurul Huda? Can I hear from Nurul Huda?
Oke, Ibu Nurul Huda bisa buka mic-nya. Ibu Fatima, Ibu Ruwaida. Ada yang bisa buka mic dan menjawab?
Ditranslate dulu kali Gaya pertanyaan.
I'm so sorry because I'm trouble connection.
Oh, okay.
I think how to motivate children, our kids through a pandemic, pandemic for about 2 years, the structure of the brain has changed, how to recover has 180-degree situation and condition to lose learning. I will I will go back to school to learn. Sometimes I get nervous when I go to school to learn. And children, my home, my home to Islam school elementary. I think the children is the comfort to be confident, to adaptation, the new normal. Wala nabluwannakum bisyai'in minal khawfi wal ju' wa naqsi minal amwali wal anfusi wal thamarat wa basyirish sabirin. Untuk membuat what your opinion to alleviate backwardness in the society, significant this will come effective measures should be done. The situation of condition to keep in the comfortable to surrounding in the school. PJJ lost learning, selama ini kan PJJ 2 tahun ini begitu membuat struktur otak anak kita berbeda. Jadi mereka kan nervous ketika akan masuk ke sekolah begitu. Bagaimana memberikan motivasi kepada mereka, karena tadi kan katanya brother bahwa most emotion ketika anak itu menyampaikan emosinya dengan anger, dengan marah, itu kan ada sebabnya gitu. Apakah dia mengalami kesedihan yang dalam atau dia mengalami sesuatu hal yang menjadi gunung es gitu, yang bagaimana untuk menyembuhkan itu semua. Itu aja sih yang saya ingin tanyakan begitu.
Oke.
Ngerti nggak ya?
Do you understand, brother?
Do you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm so sorry.
I got it, mashallah. But I need a specific answer. She explained about the situations and the cause of the or the side effects of the pandemic. but I want to ask her who were most affected emotionally, boys or girls?
Oke, Ibu Ruwaidah, brother
Who
menanyakan
express their feelings mostly, the boys or the girls? You understand my question?
Ibu Ruwaidah, brother menanyakan langsung ke Ibu. Mungkin bisa di open mic untuk mendengarkan.
I'm so sorry because I'm not hear your voice, brother.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry.
Okay, should I ask again?
Oke, jadi brother menanyakan ketika pandemik ini siapa yang lebih merasakan akibatnya, apakah perempuan atau laki-laki, anak perempuan atau anak laki-laki yang lebih dampak emosinya itu lebih terasa.
Dua-duanya, both.
Okay, she said both.
Oh yeah, of course, both gonna be affected emotionally. But which one higher than the other? Which one? The boys or the girls? They are affected mostly, and they express their emotions. Which one?
Jadi maksudnya brother ini siapa yang lebih meluapkan emosinya, yang lebih kelihatan gitu? Kalau menurut Ibu, apakah anak laki-laki itu lebih kelihatan? Mungkin boys.
Oh really? Really? Really?
Teriak-teriak gitu dia, teriak-teriak.
Okay, she said her voice screaming. That's how she knows.
Oh, I see. Okay. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ala inna fil jasadi mudghah idha saluhat salaha aw salaha al jasad kullu wa idha fasadat fasada al jasad kullu ala wa hiya al qalb." There is a base of meat in our body, and it's the heart. If we can reach to our kids' hearts, we just got we hit the point to reach our kids' heart, how to jump inside, how to be how the hearts of our kids occupied by our love. You know, if you love someone, or if someone loves you and you ask forever, he will do it or she will do it. Why? Because they love you and they want to make you happy. So if we really have the real love, of course each one has real love toward their kids, but how to express our love toward our kids? If we show our kids the love, that's going to affect on them mostly.
Oke, di sini brother menceritakan, oh masya Allah banyak sekali.
I hopefully it can run well, because Sirajam Munirah, hati yang dipenuhi dengan cahaya ilmu. I hope my students begitu.
Okay, she's saying, Ibu Ruwaidah was trying to tell you, she hopes that her student will have good heart and can show it, can express it in the good way.
Yes. Actually, we that's in our hands. This is in our hands. We can give the kids the chance to speak and open up to us, or to hide their feelings. How we deal with them, how we react to their actions. This we're gonna explain about this inshallah in details. So the only way to change situation is to develop your emotional intelligence by controlling your thoughts and feeling.
Oke, ini saya translate dulu ya. Let me translate it first because it's very nice, very good quote from you. Di sini Bu Adang menjelaskan bahwa semua itu ada di tangan kita sebagai pengajar, sebagai ibu, sebagai teachers. Itu semua ada di tangan kita, gimana kita akan mengendalikan anak-anak, gimana mereka bisa mengekspresikan kecemasan-kecemasan mereka mungkin lagi di COVID-19 ini. Itu semua sebenarnya kita yang handle. di sini brother juga menegaskan bahwa satu-satunya cara untuk merubah situasi adalah untuk mengembangkan kecerdasan emosi dengan cara mengendalikan pikiran kita dan emosi kita. Ketika kita sudah bisa melakukan itu, maka student kita ya tinggal mengikuti saja sebab kita teladani mereka.
So hopefully this point understood by all the sisters, inshallah. So I ask question, which one mostly affected?
Thank you so much.
Most welcome, sister. Which one is mostly affected and express the emotion? Actually, the female.
Wow.
Female. Female, they express their feelings. That's why you hear
Oke,
that.
di sini brother memberikan kita slide dan kita bisa lihat bahwa perempuan itu lebih mengekspresikan feelingnya.
That's why you hear some husbands there to their wives, you are nagging.
I think better I didn't translate that part.
Sorry?
I think better I didn't translate that part.
Perempuannya cerewet ya.
You don't want to translate this one? Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay.
But nagging is good for our children.
So regarding the boys, they don't open up. They don't show their emotions. Anyone knows why? Why the boys doesn't show their emotions? Let's choose Nur Laila, sister Nur Laila. Nur Laila, sister.
Laila mungkin bisa open mic. Brother menanyakan sesuatu.
So this research shows that the boys less emotions express. They don't express their emotions compared to the female. We want to know why.
Okay. Mungkin ada yang bisa open mic atau kalau ada yang mic yang bermasalah bisa tulis di chat. Brother menanyakan kenapa di grafik ini laki-laki itu lebih sedikit, lebih sulit untuk menunjukkan emosinya. Mungkin ada yang mau menjawab? Bisa ditulis di chat kalau mic-nya bermasalah.
Okay, may I try to answer the question?
Yes, please.
Okay, because I have learned about brain.
Yes.
The difference between brain between men and women.
Yes.
The research show that emotion brain, which is amygdala in women, is bigger than in boys, in men, yeah. And then the second one, maybe because the boys have maybe a little bit lower ability to communicate their feelings compared to the women, yeah, the girls, I think.
Yeah,
I mean.
mashallah. Good answer, mashallah. Plus, we have one reason. Men or boys, they don't want to lose the power. Which means if they express their feelings, it shows weakness. That's why they don't open up. They don't speak. That's
Self-pride, yeah.
Yes, they're bright. Yeah, they're bright. Yeah, you may translate this.
Oke, tadi Bu Vivi memberikan informasi yang bagus juga. Ternyata ada perbedaan yang memang letaknya di otak, antara perbedaan antara otak laki-laki dan perempuan. Dan apa namanya Bu Vivi tadi? Sorry.
Amygdala ya, otak emosi itu.
Oh, otak emosinya memang perempuan lebih besar begitu ya?
Iya, betul.
Oh, gitu.
So does this affect on the education process?
Yeah, I think so.
How it does? Sister Ruwaida, you're a teacher. Can you help us with that?
Man
how
is the more rational.
mm,
I think so.
yeah, I mean, he doesn't open up. How this going to affect on his education process?
Ibu Ruwaida, brother menanyakan ketika student ibu yang laki-laki, yang anak laki-laki ini kan nggak pandai menunjukkan perasaannya. Lalu apakah itu berefek dengan cara belajarnya?
Of course.
Okay. So when I say that it affects on the education process of the kids, so it pulls the kids back. The emotions pulls the kids back. As we mentioned in the beginning, the reasons for our kids, they are not motivated enough to study. The fear, the stress, boring, all of that related to the emotions. But it's a little bit higher on, depends on the situation actually between the girls and the boys. But girls, they express their feelings, boys they don't. Now we need to understand when our kids, the boys I mean, they don't achieve good score at school. So we need to have private conversation because they will never ever open up to you. You need to understand the situation, the problem, the reason for him not scoring high marks at the school. You know, having a friendship conversation between you and your son, not a mother, not a father, just a friend. We need to notice this point. We need to understand this point, because maybe the girls, they gonna come back home and open up to the mom, but you know, boys, they don't do it. They don't open up. So what we need to do is just to start the conversation, open the topic with our boys. Yeah, please go ahead, sister.
Okay. So brother di sini
Expressing to hopefully you can be useful for the other or to become the best version you can be. It's the competition, man or girl, fastabikul khairat, berlomba-lomba dalam kebaikan.
Nah. Insyaallah.
Oke, saya translate dulu sedikit yang tadi. Di sini brother menjelaskan bahwa anak laki-laki itu kecenderungannya tidak mengekspresikan apa yang sedang dia rasakan. Karena itu salah satu solusinya kita sebagai ibu atau sebagai pendidik, kita mengajak mereka mengajak mereka ngobrol dan menganggap mereka sebagai teman untuk ditanyakan secara private sebenarnya apa permasalahannya. Di situ biasanya anak laki-laki itu lebih terbuka terhadap ibunya. Itu cara yang cukup efektif menurut brother.
So we have another question. So, yeah, go ahead.
Tapi nggak banyak. Iya, perintah. Apa? Nggak ada isu bahasa ya?
Ibu Fatimah mau bertanya? Ibu Fatimah ada pertanyaan? No? Okay, I think it's just her kids pushing the button.
Yeah. So yeah. Sister Hafiza is the emotional express for the boys and girls. Is it important for us as parents?
Yeah.
What? Yes.
Yeah. Is already finished?
Tadi kan dijelaskan. Halo?
Mbak Fatimah mau nanya ya?
Iya, saya mau bertanya. Tadi kan dijelaskan bagaimana cara kita harus bisa mengendalikan emosi pikiran kita dan emosi kita biar anak itu mau belajar gitu kan. Nah, gimana cara, kan kadang seorang ibu itu kan emosinya kadang nggak stabil gitu ya. Kalau udah lihat anaknya itu kadang emosinya suka langsung kalau misalnya dikasih tahu nggak ngerti-ngerti itu kadang nggak nggak bisa mengendalikan diri. Itu apa yang harus kita lakukan ketika kita tahu diri kita tuh kita udah nggak bisa mengendalikan diri kita lagi gitu. Apa yang kita harus lakukan agar anak itu nggak mengalami jadi kayak nggak mau belajar lagi atau udahlah udah pasrah aja gitu. Nggak termotivasi. Jadi yang tadinya termotivasi belajar jadi nggak termotivasi belajar karena orang tuanya ini nggak bisa mengendalikan thought sama feelingnya.
Okay, if it's okay, brother, there is one question from Mrs. Fatima. Is that fine?
If you don't mind, you can write it down and let's ask at the end of the talk, inshallah. I mean, I wanna connect the ideas, the points. That's it.
Oh, okay, so you will answer later on, right?
Yeah, because we have, I mean, around 40 slides. I want to try to finish all of them because all of this is just introduction. All of what we are discussing, it's just an introduction for how to motivate our kids.
Oh wow!
So it's number 9. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to finish all of them. So by the help of Allah, I hope we can finish all the 43 slide. I think, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is kind of program for our new teachers. So I try to gather all the topics in one PowerPoint to share it with you. So hopefully, inshallah, we can finish all of them. Inshallah. So sister Fatima, inshallah, we're going to hear your question, inshallah. So don't worry, inshallah. Back to Sister Hafiza in 1 minute. Why it's important, the emotional expression, why it is important, please. Sister Hafiza. Yeah.
Hafiza. I think emotional expression is very important for both male or female, because if we can express our emotion, our stress, our sadness, it is very good for our mental health.
Yes, mashallah. Mashallah. You hit the point, mashallah. Mashallah. You hit the point. Something else?
Yeah. And after and because we already maintains their mental health, we can motivate them to study more.
Mashallah. Mashallah. Any other sisters have any answer? Why it is important?
Ada yang mau menambahkan? Brother memiliki pertanyaan. Ada yang mau mencoba menjawab? Ibu Fatima, Ibu Waida, go ahead.
Tadi pas diterangkan tentang penyebab anak tidak mau belajar karena dia takut merasa gagal, itu anak saya langsung bilang iya itu betul. Jadi dia terus kata dia, kok dia bisa tahu, kan saya nggak pernah nanya perasaannya gimana. Terus dia obatnya anak saya ini dia bilang iya betul saya. Jadi dia tuh kadang itu dia selalu ngerasa takut gagal gitu, takut nanti salah sama mama, nanti dimarahi, nanti kalau nggak bisa aku nanti dimarahin. Jadi dia kalau mau nyoba nanti aku dibilang nggak paham. Berarti dari orang tuanya harus banyak belajar. dari tadi saya kayak, oh ini saya banyak yang salah nih dalam mengajar anak. Jadi niatnya memang ingin memiliki anak-anak yang solih, yang kuat, yang sabar, tapi orang tuanya sendiri belum sabar, belum bisa kontrol thought, emotion.
Masya Allah. Masya Allah.
Banyak harus dikoreksi dari cara mendidik, prosesnya harus proses belajar. Iya. Banyak harus belajar. Iya.
Masya Allah.
Kalau untuk apa namanya? Untuk memberikan disiplin waktu ke anak secara konsisten, akankah menjadi kaku atau iman?
Okay.
Atau kita harus menetapkan waktu anak ini waktu kamu belajar. Jadi kalau dia melanggar ya kita kasih hukuman atau gimana, atau ya udah kita apa namanya, atau toleransi atau enggaknya tuh gimana gitu. Kalau kita mau memberikan jadwal anak sesuai.
Kamu sikat gigi nggak tadi? Harus sikat gigi. Okay. Honestly, Bu Fatima has a very good point over here, brother. I really hope you understand what she's saying. I will try my best to translate to you.
Yes.
I'm sure there's a lot of mother here and also teachers who also are curious with the same thing.
Yes.
Well, in the previous slide, you were explaining to us that we have to control our behavior. We have to control our emotion. That's the way our student will follow us. They will just copy us. But how that possible when we are angry to them, when we didn't see them behaving well?
Oh, this is the coming, inshallah. So as I mentioned, this is just the introduction.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to speak about all of this. But what I remember, I said to show them our emotions, our love. We haven't speak about controlling the emotions yet. But it's good point actually. This whole program, it's related to each other. All related to all the elements related to each other, but I'm happy to hear this point from here, mashallah.
Okay.
So here, why is emotional intelligence important? Why it's important? As the sister Hafiza said, she mentioned the mental health. It's also including the physical health. Some people, if they are mentally sick, it affects on them physically. It affects on them physically. So you see, some people, they don't eat. They seems to be weak. They don't have energy. Why? Because mentally they are not well. That's why we need to be concerned about the emotional intelligence. This is the first element. Yeah, the physical health, including physically and mentally. Yes, and it goes with the mental well-being. So here, the physical health, then the mental well-being, then the relationship with others. Now here we are talking about our kids, because we said here that the female, they express their feelings, their emotions, but the boys, they don't. And if they don't release their emotions to us, what's gonna happen? It's going to affect on them physically and mentally. Please go ahead.
Oke, jadi di sini brother menjelaskan bahwa kecerdasan emosi, kemampuan anak untuk mengekspresikan apa yang sedang dirasakannya, apa moodnya saat itu berefek linear, dapat terlihat efeknya ke physical health mereka, kesehatan mereka. Jadi ada anak yang perasaannya sedang duka, sedang tidak enak, dan kemudian terganggu, mungkin jadi flu, jadi pilek. Nah, mungkin itu karena emosinya yang sedang tidak stabil, dia sedang tidak happy. Selain itu juga kemampuan seorang anak untuk mengekspresikan emosinya juga akan terlihat, maksud saya akan ada efeknya ke mental well-being, yaitu ke mentality, they are happy or not, dia senang atau tidak. Dan kemudian yang ketiga adalah hubungannya dengan orang lain, bagaimana dia memperlakukan temannya, bagaimana dia memperlakukan orang tua, saudara-saudaranya, itu pun akan berefek ke situ. Yang keempat adalah kesuksesan dan leadership.
Yeah, so if our kids they build up the emotions, stress, anger, upset, mad, and they don't express their feelings, especially the boys, the relationship with the teachers and the relationship with the parents would be affected. The teachers, they ask him to do homework, he doesn't. The parents, they want to help him to do the homework he doesn't want. Why? Because the emotions which he build up, he or she, because sometimes girls didn't also open up. There are some exceptions, didn't open up to the teachers or to the parents. So if he doesn't open up, it's going to affect on the relationship, which is gonna relate to his success. It's gonna be zero. He needs to study, he's not going to study. He needs to do his homework, he's not going to do his homework. So that the level of success here is just zero. Then the leadership, he lost this position. The student, the children, himself, he lost this position as a leadership, because whenever he does the homework or whenever he study, he the leader for himself. He's the leader for his goals, for his dreams, for his future. He lost everything. Why? Because the emotions which he built it up and he didn't speak about. The stress, the anger, he's upset, he is mad, he has problems with the teachers, he has problems with the classmates, and he doesn't open up. All of this cause the four problems.
Jadi kemampuan emosi anak ini sangat berkaitan erat dengan kesehatan fisiknya, kesehatan mentalnya, hubungannya terhadap sesama, dan ini akan berhubungan juga dengan tingkat kesuksesannya dan kemampuan dia dalam memimpin, termasuk juga kemampuan dia dalam mengerjakan PR tanpa bantuan dari orang tuanya.
So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned all of this, and this is the beauty of our deen, that everything, alhamdulillah, was mentioned by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we have this hadith mentioning the five elements. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Al-mu'min al-qawi khayrun wa ahabbu ila Allah min al-mu'min al-da'if." Here, this one, the strong believer is better and more loved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than the weak believer. This goes to the physical health and the mental well-being. The mental well-being. He is strong in health, and he's strong mentally. If he lost those two elements, then he becomes the weak believer. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he has mentioned this. Please.
Oke. Ternyata apa yang disampaikan brother ini basicnya adalah hadis dari Prophet Muhammad SAW, di mana beliau menceritakan bahwa mukmin yang lebih baik adalah mukmin yang kuat. Allah lebih mencintai mukmin yang kuat dibanding dengan mukmin yang lemah. Jadi ketika kita hanya memiliki physical health dan mental well-being misalnya, maka kita tidak akan masuk mukmin yang kuat. Untuk menjadi mukmin yang kuat, kita perlu memiliki semua unsur di sini: physical health, mental well-being, relationship, success, and leadership.
Then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "وفي كل خير احرص على ما ينفعك واستعن بالله ولا تعجز." Whenever you see goodness, try to be part of it. Try to be part of it. Wasta'in billah, seek the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and don't give up. And this is what we need to tell ourselves and our kids. Whenever we try with our kids to motivate them to study, motivate them to be successful in the life, but sometimes we have some drops. We should not give up, and we seek the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the same thing with our kids. We need to teach them such beliefs. When you see goodness, try to be part of it. Try to be part of it. And seek the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and don't give up. And this, the relationship between the human being, between the Muslim, between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and includes the relationship with the teachers and with the parents. So if we have good relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it will affect on our relationship with the parents and with the teachers.
Masya Allah. Selanjutnya di hadis ini diceritakan bahwa ketika ada suatu kebaikan, maka Prophet Muhammad mengajarkan kita untuk datanglah ke kebaikan itu. Jangan sampai kita putus asa dalam melakukan sesuatu kebaikan. Dan ini hal yang sangat baik sekali untuk kita ajarkan kepada anak-anak. Ajarkan mereka untuk jangan pernah berputus asa ketika melakukan suatu kebaikan, dan mintalah kepada Allah dengan hasilnya. Hasilnya itu diharapkan hasilnya baik, dan mintalah hasil kepada Allah. Itu adalah relationship yang harus kita tanamkan kepada anak-anak, bagaimana hubungan mereka terhadap Allah.
Then when we seek the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we have good relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we try to not give up, do you think we're going to achieve our goals 100%? Let me ask Sister Vicky.
Ibu Vicky Khairuddin bisa open mic atau bisa tulis di chat.
Do you think all the times we're going to achieve our goals 100%?
Ibu Vicky bisa open mic.
Pertanyaannya ditranslate dulu, Gaya.
Kak Vicky translatein dong.
Iya. Tadi Brother Mohamed bertanya apakah kita bisa mencapai target kita 100% gitu.
Ibu
Yes,
Vicky silahkan.
Yes or no?
Bisa atau tidak, Mbak Vicky ya? Mbak Vicky.
Bagaimana tadi?
Apakah kita bisa mencapai target-target kita 100%? Bisa atau tidak?
Target dalam pendidikan anak atau target dalam apa ya?
Target dalam pendidikan anak ya.
Kalau target dalam pendidikan anak sepertinya untuk 100% belum bisa ya, karena kan apa namanya itu juga berpengaruh sama kitanya juga sebagai orang tua gitu. Kalau saya sih mengalami sendiri, kalau kitanya juga lagi futur, maka target-target pendidikan kita juga pasti akan banyak ke delay gitu. Itu sebagai orang tua.
Okay, Mrs. Vicky told you that it's impossible to get 100% successful in training her children because it depends on herself also as a parent.
Yes, exactly. MashaAllah. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that's why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, وَإِنْ أَصَابَكَ شَيْءٌ فَلَا تَقُلْ لَوْ أَنِّي فَعَلْتُ كَذَا وَكَذَا. We will try our best to educate our kids. We will try our best to put them on the right path, but maybe, Allah forbid, something happened. They didn't establish or achieve the whole target. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, don't say, I wish if I did this and that. Yeah. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, ولكن قل قدر الله وما شاء فعل. It's the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
It's so beautiful, mashallah. In one hadith, we can learn a lot of things.
Subhanallah.
The next thing brother told us, sorry, maaf, maksud saya, selanjutnya brother tadi menjelaskan bahwa segala sesuatunya itu sudah direncana, adalah qadar dari Allah. Maka Prophet Muhammad mengajarkan kita jangan pernah kita merasa menyesal terhadap apa yang sudah kita lakukan dulu. Memang successful 100% itu nggak mungkin terjadi, tapi yang diminta, yang diajarkan dari Nabi Muhammad adalah lakukan sebaik mungkin dan berdoa. Selanjutnya qadar, segala sesuatu yang terjadi itu adalah hak dari Allah untuk menentukan apa yang terjadi.
So in the way to achieve, or on the way for our kids to achieve their goals, maybe there are some problems. Which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, وَإِنْ أَصَابَكَ شَيْءٌ فَلَا تَقُلْ لَوْ أَنِّي فَعَلْتُ كَذَا وَكَذَا. If something happened to you on the way to achieve your goals, don't say, I wish if. What may happen to our kids during their education process, during their achieving the goals? What may happen to them to pull them down or delay the process? Let me choose. Sister Nasia?
Ibu Nasia, brother menanyakan sesuatu, kalau bisa open mic. Ibu Nasia.
Ya perlu ditranslate dulu kayaknya. Baik.
Lagi dong.
Ya. Jadi kan ini ya, kalau salah mungkin tolong diperjelas lagi. Tadi kan Ustadznya bilang ya, kalau misal kita kan suka menyesal ya melakukan ini. Coba saya kalau dulu nggak melakukan ini gitu ya. Tapi itu ternyata ada efeknya gitu. Nah kira-kira efeknya apa itu kalau misalnya kita menyesal seperti itu? Kira-kira gitu ya pertanyaan, gitu nggak?
Insya Allah benar. Ibu Nasia bisa unmute atau bisa tulis di chat. Okay, can I ask someone else?
Sister Ruwaida, she's active with us here, mashallah. She can go ahead.
Ibu Ruwaida, boleh unmute?
Yeah, please go ahead. What makes our kids bold back? Prevent our kids to achieve their goals. It's regarding the relationship, actually. It's regarding the relationship. To step to the success, this relationship need be in perfect condition. This relationship could be affected. How this relationship could be affected? Can you help us? Sister Roida,
Can you explain a little bit more about the question?
Okay, so we said that we're gonna do our best to achieve our goals, or our kids, they're gonna do their best to achieve their goals. But something may happen on the way, stop them, prevent them, pull them back from achieving their goals. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ said, وَإِنْ أَصَابَكَ شَيْءٌ فَلَا تَقُلْ لَوْ أَنِّي فَعَلْتُ كَذَا وَكَذَا. If something happened, I need to know what's that. What may happen? What's that something? What's that? That may cause our kids to pull them back from achieving their goals.
Oh, you mean why they did not achieve the success, even though they already tried very hard?
Yes.
Oke, Ibu Ruwaida bisa open mic untuk menjawab pertanyaan dari brother.
Maybe Sister Sari, please.
Mungkin Ibu Sari.
Silakan.
Silahkan Ibu Sari atau siapa aja yang mau menjawab, silahkan. Pertanyaannya adalah
okay, to save the time, if someone knows the answer, the jawab, please go ahead. Silakan jawab.
Pertanyaan dari brother adalah ketika kita sudah berusaha dengan baik, anak kita sudah berusaha dengan baik, tapi kok kadang sukses itu tidak terjadi. Kenapa ya? Siapa aja yang mau unmute? Kak Vivi, go ahead.
This is Erfani. Actually, I would like to try to answer using the hint from the brother, the relationship. Yeah, so basically, in my opinion, usually during the process, something can be happen, and sometimes the parents the kid, for example, if there is an issue, they didn't follow the schedule, for example, etc. Yeah, so maybe the parents tend to blame the kids, and then it impacting the relationship. So maybe it's also impacting the trust from the both from the parents and the kids. In this case, maybe it also impacting the mental of the kids. That's why they cannot get the success.
MashaAllah. This is a good point. Also, the school itself could be the reason for our kids not achieving their goals. Do you know how? Emotionally. For example, our kids used to be, not really good students at the school, and they have history with the other friends at the school. So every time our children try to step forward, when they see this kind of friends, they remember their history, which means they were scoring bad. They weren't really good students at school. This history affects on them, and that's why during the hadith, the one of Bani Israel, when he went to the scholar, he told him, can I repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I have killed 100 people. Do I have tawbah? Then he told him, who prevents you from the tawbah? But you need to do something. Leave this place, leave this village, and go to another village. Why? Because that village, he has bad memories. He has bad history, which if he remembers every time what he have done in the past, it may affect on him. oh, I have done this to the teacher, I have done this to the students, I have done this to the parents. He going to be controlled by his past. But if he surrounded by good mannered students, this is going to encourage him. This is going to encourage him. The same thing with us. If we are surrounded by people, sisters who reading Quran, trying to seek knowledge about their religion, this is going to motivate us, right? The opposite, if we surrounded by lazy, boring people, we are not going to step forward. This is the relationship with the classmates. So please you translate and let's go for the next subject.
Oke. Selain dari poin-poin yang setelah Ibu Ervani sebutkan, brother di sini menjelaskan bahwa hal-hal yang menjadi setback dari anak-anak kita itu biasanya mereka punya history. Ketika mereka sekolah dan satu kelas dengan teman-teman yang dulu pernah jahilin mereka atau pernah dibully sama orang-orang itu dan ketemu lagi di sekolah itu kadang yang menjadi setback buat mereka. Mereka jadi terganggu emosinya dan seperti kita sudah belajar tadi itu akan terganggu juga hal-hal lain. Dan brother juga menjelaskan bahwa pada zaman Nabi Musa ketika ada yang mau bertaubat, maka disarankan juga untuk pindah dari tempat itu. Karena tempat itu isinya orang-orang yang memang senang melakukan hal-hal yang kurang baik. Maka itu brother menegaskan bahwa tempat yang baik, berkumpul dengan teman-teman yang baik, teman-teman yang sama-sama rajin, punya visi dan misi yang sama, itu sangat penting.
So, let's go to the teamwork. Let me ask a question, and I need the sister to participate. The work will be done only by the parents, or will be done only by our children? Sister Cynthia, Sister Cynthia.
Oke, untuk Ibu Cynthia boleh di-unmute. Brother menanyakan, apakah pekerjaan ini hanya anaknya saja yang perlu memikirkan, atau ini adalah pekerjaan yang dilakukan bersama-sama antara anak, guru, murid, orang tua?
Yes, of course, teamwork have for children and mother and father and all of family.
There's one more person. Do you know who?
Ada satu orang lagi yang belum disebutkan, tahu nggak siapa?
One more in this team. One more. You mentioned father, mother, the children.
Teacher.
Oh, yeah, mashallah. Mashallah, good. Yes, teamwork. Teamwork includes the parents, includes the students, includes the teacher. And in our religion, in our deen, in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Anfal, وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا فَتَفْشَلُوا وَتَذْهَبَ رِيحُكُمْ وَاصْبِرُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الصَّابِرِينَ. We need to hold and have obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Prophet. And this one is clear. Which means whatever we do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever we do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We educate, motivate, help our kids because it's their right on us, which given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to our kids. We brought them to the life, then they have rights on us. وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ ورسوله. Then the teacher, she has a responsibility toward the kids, because she accepts to be in this position. Then she has amana. I think amana also in Bahasa Indonesia, amana towards the kids, and she will be asked in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about this amana. So it's one team, the students, parents, and the teacher. Yes.
Okay, brother di sini menjelaskan bahwa semua aspek di sini harus bekerja bersama-sama, dan ini tertuang di dalam surat Al-Anfal ayat ke-44, di mana dijelaskan bahwa kita harus mentaati Allah dan Rasul-Nya, di mana kita sudah diberikan amanah untuk menjadi pendidik.
وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا فَتَفْشَلُوا. Don't argue, don't have problems, don't have conflicts. فَتَفْشَلُوا, then you will fail. You'll not be able to reach your success. You'll not be successful. You'll not achieve your goals. Why? Because of the problems, the fighting, the arguments, the conflicts between the teachers with the parents, or the parents with the teachers, or the teachers with the students, or the students with the parents. وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا فَتَفْشَلُوا.
Oke, dan di sini juga dijelaskan, selanjutnya dalam ayat ini dijelaskan bahwa kita diperintahkan untuk tidak bertengkar.
Then wasbiru inna Allah ma'as sabirin. Have patience, sabr. Teachers need to have sabr with both the parents and with the students, and the parents need to have patience with the kids and the teachers, and the students who can understand the meaning of sabr, they need to be taught to hold sabr toward the teachers and toward the parents. So the teacher may teach the kids to have sabr toward the parents, or the parents need to teach the kids to hold sabr with the teacher.
Masya Allah, di sini di dalam ayat yang sama dilanjutkan bahwa kita perlu untuk bersabar. Dan bersabar itu semua yang dalam teamwork itu perlu bersabar dengan satu sama lain. Bukan cuma orang tua terhadap anak, tapi juga anak pun perlu bersabar dengan orang tuanya, orang tua dengan teacher, pendidik dengan murid. Jadi semua yang termasuk dalam tim ini perlu sama-sama bersabar.
So one for all and all for one. One for all and all for one. All for one means the school, the teacher, the parents, they do their best for one. Who's this one? Is the student or the children, our kid. Why we are doing our best and a lot of efforts to our kids? Because we are helping our kid now to receive his support in the future. Because we are preparing a doctor, we are preparing engineer, we are preparing a scholar, which is going to benefit us in the future, inshallah.
Di sini brother menjelaskan bahwa semua ini adalah work dalam satu tim, di mana anak tersebut, anak kita yang disebutkan one di sini, kita sedang mempersiapkan mereka untuk menjadi seseorang nantinya di masa depannya, bisa menjadi dokter, bisa menjadi insinyur, bisa menjadi seorang pendidik atau apapun.
For example, the parents and the teachers, they do their best for one kid, and this one, when he grow up, he or she gonna be, for example, a doctor. So the parents, they might get sick, or the teachers, they might get sick. They gonna seek treatment from who? From that doctor. They have doing their best to prepare him for such a situation.
Jadi sebagai contohnya, saat ini mungkin ini masih anak-anak, tapi nanti di masa depannya dia akan menjadi seorang dokter. Dan mungkin pada saat di masa depan menjadi dokter, gurunya itu yang sakit dan datang ke dia.
So together, everyone achieves more. Together,
Maka dengan
yes.
bersama-sama semua orang akan mendapatkan hasil yang lebih baik.
Pencils. So at the school, we teach pencils. 2 or 3. At school, we teach our kids the meaning of cooperation. وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. Cooperate. To achieve al-birr, everything is good, and at-taqwa. So is enough. So we tell the kids, you are this pencil. And I think all of you know this example. If this pencil, if it stands by itself, it's easy to break it. But if we get to, it's little bit difficult to break both of them. And if we have third, fourth, it will be so much to break them down. And this is the meaning of ta'awanu, cooperate, be together, don't divide. Yes.
Oke, jadi dalam ayat yang sama kita belajar dari kata ta'awanu, mengajarkan kita untuk bersama-sama. Diambil contoh tadi sebuah pensil, kalau pensilnya itu satu bisa dipatahin dengan mudah, tapi kalau pensilnya banyak ini akan lebih sulit untuk dipatahkan.
So can someone describe teamwork in one word? Describe teamwork in one word.
Oke, brother menanyakan siapa aja yang bisa unmute, silakan. Apa satu kata teamwork dalam satu kata? Silakan unmute dan berikan contoh teamwork dalam satu kata itu apa? Ibu Nur Laila, Kak Fifi, Ibu Nasia, Ibu Waida, mungkin mau coba?
Collaboration.
Okay, sisters who just joined, let us ask them. Sisters, Sister Corey.
Ibu Corey bisa unmute. Brother menanyakan.
Silakan.
Ibu Corey bisa unmute atau mau tulis di chat juga boleh.
In one word, we need to describe teamwork in one word. Anyone can answer, please. Go ahead.
Collaboration, maybe.
Cooperation, mashallah. Wata'awanu. Yes, it's so easy. Wata'awanu. Wata'awanu. So teamwork is the collaborative effort of a group to achieve a common goal or to complete a task in the most effective and efficient way. All of them, they have one goal: to seek knowledge. The teachers, the parents, and the students. Their goals to seek the knowledge. And one thing we need to understand, that school cannot do it alone. They cannot. Teacher cannot do it alone. He needs the parents to cooperate and help and support. Yes, please.
Oke, di sini brother menjelaskan bahwa teamwork adalah kolaborasi, adalah usaha kolaborasi dari kelompok untuk mencapai tujuan yang sama dengan cara yang paling efektif dan paling efisien. Maka di sini dijelaskan bahwa ini adalah kerja bersama-sama, bukan kerja satu orang saja.
Okay, let's go to the teaching techniques. This is the most important, actually. I mean, all the subjects important, but this one has high level. The teaching technique. This one is important. How we teach our kids. As I mentioned, the school cannot do it by themselves. I mean, the teacher alone cannot do it. So the parents, they need to cooperate with the school, with the teachers to get the kids' goal achieved.
Oke, jadi ini adalah materi intinya nih, sepertinya bagaimana cara atau teknik-teknik dalam mengajar.
So we have teaching methods. We have two methods to teach the kids, educate the kids. Traditional teaching and the modern teaching. Traditional teaching, teacher-centric. He in control. Modern teaching, student-centric. He in control.
Oke, jadi ada dua cara dalam mengajar. Cara yang sudah cara tradisional dan cara modern. Cara tradisional adalah teacher sebagai sentralnya, sementara cara modern murid yang menjadi sentral.
The traditional way of teaching, I think most of us has experienced this one. So please, I want one of the sisters to participate and tell me one of the methods she used to learn at school during the early age. Sister Hanifa, Sister Nasia, Sister Corey, Sister Nurul Huda, Sister Hafiza, Sister Sari, please help us.
Oke, ibu-ibu yang mau sharing silahkan. Brother menanyakan bagaimana experience Anda dalam metode pengajaran dan pelajaran yang masih tradisional. Mungkin pernah mengalaminya di saat-saat yang lalu, atau mungkin sekarang sebagai pengajar sekolahnya masih memakai cara tradisional. Silahkan Ibu Ervani, Ibu Hifizah, Ibu Tintia, Ibu Ruwaidah, silahkan. Oh, Ibu Fatimah juga boleh.
Traditional teacher is the speaking, hanya ceramah aja. Central teacher. Tapi kalau modern teacher is collaboration, critical thinking, creative, kemudian collaboration itu sendiri, and adab atau akhlak. I think so.
Okay, so Ibu Ruwaidah over here, she has the same as you explained over there, but she add one more. It's akhlak. She said in her school, yeah, they also amplify akhlak in the collaboration team as a modern teaching technique.
Okay, so regarding that traditional way of teaching, how the kids, how the teachers teach the kids. Traditional teaching.
Only speaking.
It's based on the talk. The only one who is speaking is the teacher. In the past, during our education, primary school, junior high school, we attend the class and we listen to the teacher. Only listening to the teacher. But kids didn't have the chance to speak. So please, Sari sister, go ahead.
Ibu Sari, silakan.
Ya, saya pakai bahasa Indonesia aja nggak apa-apa ya. Jadi ini pengalaman mengajar saya waktu di sekolah sama anak-anak les. Itu saya menggunakan pengajaran tradisional. Waktu mengajarkan anak-anak les yang terutama SD itu perkalian. Itu saya gunakan pembelajaran secara tradisional untuk menghafal. Jadi 1 kali 1 sama dengan 1 sampai 10 kali 10 sama dengan 100. Dan saya masih menggunakan itu karena menurut saya itu masih lebih efektif. Penggunaannya lebih efektif dan daya ingatnya lebih panjang, bisa sampai dewasa, itu masih lebih mudah diingat dan lebih cepat ketimbang menggunakan jari magic dan yang modern terbaru itu. Jadi itu experience saya selama mengajar dulu yang menggunakan pengajaran tradisional itu menghafal. Apakah masih bisa diterapkan untuk saat ini atau tidak, tapi itu lebih efektif saat itu. Contohnya ya.
Okay, Ibu Sari, she explained that she's a teacher and she used the traditional method and she actually more like it better than the modern way because from her experience, the student memorize it much more longer and it's more effective from her personal experience.
Okay, mashallah. This is good, mashallah, to hear that. Okay, mashallah. So the traditional teaching based on the talk. Then the kids listen, observe, and take notes. Then they memorize the facts, what the sister has mentioned. This is what the sister has mentioned. So the teacher talks, kids listen, observe, and take notes. Then they go back home or during the school time, they memorize the facts, the information they have heard from that teacher. Then they sit it in rows, teachers in the middle. You know, in Egypt or Indonesia, they have rows or like this. It depends on the size of the class. What the sister mentioned, it's true that the kids, they memorize. But are we sure that what they have memorized will last for a long time? Or after some time or after the exam will be forgotten? I agree with her. She teaches the kids to memorize, especially, I mean, for example, the Quran. Let's say the Quran. We'll do our best that the kids, they memorize the Quran. But are we sure the kids going to keep it in their heart and mind for longer time, or after some time will be forgotten based on the traditional teaching way? For example, I give you example, and we all experience this. We study, I mean, during the high school, we study so hard for the final exam. And as soon as we get out from the exam, we forget everything we have learned. Right? Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, jadi brother menjawab pertanyaan Ibu Sari tadi. Traditional learning biasanya gurunya itu dia yang akan banyak berbicara. Murid biasanya hanya mendengarkan dan mengambil notes, menulis. Dan di rumah dia akan menghafal lagi. Jadi cara-cara menghafal ini menurut brother mungkin efektif dalam jangka waktu tertentu, tapi untuk waktu yang lama ini mungkin anak tuh akan lupa atau mungkin dia karena nggak suka akhirnya dia lupain hal-hal tersebut seperti itu.
So this is the traditional way of teaching. Let's go to the modern one. Let's go to the modern one. The modern way of teaching. So this, the modern teaching. Well, actually, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used this method long time ago, and you can find it in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever he speaks about something, he speaks with example. He speaks with example. So people or the Muslims or human being, they can get the point of the talk, the modern teaching. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so modern teaching ini sebenarnya cara mengajar yang dilakukan oleh Rasulullah juga.
Yeah, Allah gives example. This way of teaching, it's found in our deen. For other people, it's modern, but for Muslims, it's something that's found in our deen a long time ago, since the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent.
Oke, jadi dijelaskan oleh brother bahwa modern teaching ini baru dikenal sama kita sekarang, padahal 14 abad yang lalu inilah cara mengajar yang dilakukan oleh Rasulullah dengan petunjuk Allah Subhanahu wa taala.
So the method is the same, but the materials is different.
Caranya itu sama, hanya bahan apa yang diajarkan saja yang berbeda.
So here the modern teaching, it used the discovering method, which help the kids to discover by themselves. For the traditional way of teaching, the teacher come inside the classroom and just they give them the information. They give them the fact, which they need to know. But when you read the Sunnah, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to ask question. Ala ta'lamun? Do you know? Ala ta'lamun? Do you know? So the students start using their mind. Try to active the mind, not just receive the information and just put it in their mind for a while, and after some time they forget it. Why? Because they didn't do much effort to get this information. And people say what comes easy goes easy. But asking the question and let the students to discover and understand the answer by themselves, this help the kids to keep it for longer. Why? Because they discover it by themselves.
Oke, Masya Allah. Ini sebenarnya ibu-ibu saya serem loh terjemahinnya. Kalau Bu Vivi, Kak Vivi mau terjemahin? Oke, saya coba ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Jadi modern teaching itu caranya adalah dengan mengajukan pertanyaan. Yang Rasulullah SAW biasa lakukan adalah dia mengajukan pertanyaan kepada sahabat-sahabatnya dengan tujuan sahabat-sahabatnya itu tertarik untuk mendapatkan ilmu, bukan cuma ngedengerin aja. Kadang kalau kita aja nih sebagai murid cuma ngedengerin aja, kita tuh nggak tertarik dengan ilmu apa sih yang lagi diajarin gitu. Tapi kalau ditanya, kamu mau belajar apa mungkin pada hari ini, dia jadi lebih memiliki ketertarikan untuk tahu.
So if I ask question, for example, I have something in my hand. So let me ask Sister Ruwaida. Are you there?
Ibu Ruwaida bisa di-unmute. Brother mau bertanya.
Sister Ruwaida, I have something in my hands. Would you like to know what's inside?
Ibu Ruwaida, brother bertanya, ada sesuatu di tangannya dia. Ibu mau tahu nggak apa itu di dalam tangannya dia? Oh, he writing on the chat that it's a Maghrib prayer, so he cannot talk for.
Okay, okay, I got it. Okay, Sister Vicky.
Maybe I want to ask you, what is that in your hand?
Are you curious?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell you. Are you curious? You still curious?
Yeah.
Oh, subhanallah. Okay, okay. Sister Sitya, Susanti.
Yes.
Do Do you want to know what's in my inside my hand?
Yes, I want to know.
Are you curious?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Sister Hanifa?
Ibu Hanifah bisa di-unmute?
Yes, I want to know too.
Yes, so subhanallah, this is a simple way which we can use with our kids. I mean, teachers, they don't have to do it. Also, the parents, they can do it in a creative way to make their kids curious about the subject. It doesn't have to be the traditional way. This is the Quran, this is the ayah. Please go ahead and memorize it. Then we can make it more creative. We can make the kids more curious about the Quran. So actually, what's in my hands is just plastic. It's not such a important thing, but you notice the way. It's just the way. It's the what we need to learn to make it creative, to make the kids more curious, the more attractive to the class, to the lesson, to the subject. Yes, please go, sister. Go ahead.
Oke, jadi yang melakukan brother ini memberikan contoh, dia punya sesuatu di tangannya, sebenarnya di dalam tangannya itu hanyalah plastik yang tidak begitu, mungkin nggak ada yang kepingin, tapi cara yang dilakukan itu membuat murid-murid tertarik, pengen tahu apa yang ada di dalam tangannya itu.
Yeah, so discovering, this is the first one. We like to discover, kids, they like to discover things. Then lifelong learning and social skills. What that means? It means, as my wife mentioned before to me, we were discussing about this, and she said, relate or build relationship between the life and what we learn. It's called learning by accident. By the accident, you or by action. My wife, she's telling me, by actions, to learn by actions, to have, to liberate, have relationship between the subject they learn at school and what they do during their daily life. So they tie the information with the life, with the memories, so they don't forget. Yes.
Oke, so brother dan Mbak Soliha menambahkan bahwa apa yang murid itu belajar di sekolah sebaiknya bisa diaplikasikan dalam kehidupan sehari-hari mereka.
So here,
mungkin dihubungkan kali ya, dihubungkan antara pelajaran dengan kehidupan sehari-hari sehingga di otaknya itu ada hubungan gitu. Seperti itu.
So
maaf nambahin.
This a Japanese boy, he doesn't speak Arabic. He speaks little bit English, but he knows what he's doing. Actually, this tafsir class, explanation of the Quran. So we were memorizing Surah An-Naba. Then this ayah, وَجَعَلْنَا نَوْمَكُمْ سُبَاتًا. So he understands the ayah by crafts. He knows the ayah. He knows the meaning of the ayah by crafts. Here. So a boy sleeping, he's covered, and there is a translation at the other pictures, gives the meaning of the ayah. So what I'm gonna say, to tie the information with the reality, with the life. Yes.
Oke, jadi ada seorang anak di Jepang yang membaca surat An-Naba, dan kemudian suratnya itu nggak cuma dihafalkan, tapi juga diaplikasikan dalam kehidupan sehari-hari. Maka di sini yang brother coba tegaskan adalah aplikasi apa apa yang kita belajar, apabila kita aplikasikan, maka itu akan terhubung gitu. Akan lebih lama mengingatnya, kita akan lebih tahu cara aplikasiannya.
And I want to show one more thing. Yeah, here it was the cooking day.
Brother,
Yes.
do you change the picture? Do you change the
Can you change the slide? Because we didn't see anything different.
I mean, which picture?
I mean, are you showing us a picture about the boy and the cooking class? Because we only
it's different classes actually. I just wanted to show you the meaning of this lifelong learning and social skills. Learn with relationship to the life. So yeah, I noticed there are only 3 minutes left. So use of technology, we can use it as much as we can, but it leads kids to be lazy. They don't use their mind, so we need to give them short time to use the technology. Please go ahead, sister.
Oke, selanjutnya adalah penggunaan teknologi. Sayangnya penggunaan teknologi ini juga bisa membuat anak menjadi malas. Maka kita perlu membatasi penggunaan teknologi pada anak.
Then the group work projects. This really important. The projects, like what I show you, the kids, they were cooking. This really helps. And for example, they can have a chance to go to the lab for the science subject. They can go to the museum for the history subject. So the teacher or the parent, they can have really build relationship between the subject and the life, for example.
Oke, selanjutnya adalah group project, di mana anak bisa berinteraksi dengan orang tua, dengan guru dalam proyek yang dikerjakan bersama-sama.
So one question, 1 minute left. I promise Sister
Fatima.
Yeah, to ask her question. So please go ahead.
Ibu Fatima mau bertanya atau saya bacakan saja? Oke, saya bacakan saja ya. So her question is about we as a parent or we as a teacher, how we control our emotion when the students sometimes they not really behave.
Okay, so as I mentioned, this is the next topics, but let me tell you the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "La taghdab." Don't be angry. How? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned to change your pose, to change your position. If you are standing, sit down. If you are sitting, walk. This one of the methods used to decrease the level of anger, to be able to control the emotions, to concentrate. Inshallah, if we have one more chance, because I mean we couldn't finish all of the slides. I mean it's number 18. So if we have one more chance, inshallah, we're going to speak about all of this. But at least we have mentioned the teaching methods. So yeah, we still have few subjects to speak about. We only reach until here, until the teaching techniques. We still have the the communication skills. It's related to the question of the sister, and we have the positive display, and we have the informal assessment, and we have the e-learning. We still have 4 subjects, so we hope inshallah in the future inshallah we can speak about them. And to finish this one, so blended teaching, we need to blend between the traditional teaching method and the modern method. If we can blend them, mix them, we will have the perfect result inshallah. Two last thing, we need to understand the way of learning for our children or kids. Some kids, they learn by verbal. Some kids, they are good in logical education. Some kids that they learn by the nature. Some kids, they are good in physical education. And some kids also, they're good in visual learning. So we need to discover which type our kids are. They like to learn by listening, or by seeing, or by movement. So we need to discover this and improve such a skill that our kids has. Actually, I want to speak about this more, but because of the time, so I'm trying to summarize. Then please go ahead, sister, so you don't get confused.
Oke, jadi brother mencoba menjawab pertanyaan dari Bu Fatimah tadi. Ternyata ada cara-cara metode yang memang Rasulullah ajarkan untuk memanage marah, yaitu dengan bila kita sedang berdiri, coba duduk dan berwudu, dan coba berwudu. Lalu selanjutnya ada banyak sekali hal yang brother mau jelaskan di sini, termasuk multiple intelligence. Ternyata ada berbagai cara bagaimana seorang anak bisa mendapatkan ilmu pengetahuan, dan kita perlu mengetahui cara yang mana yang biasa anak ini sukai untuk dia mendapatkan pengetahuan dengan lebih baik.
So our deen has these different types of learning. The visual, listening, moving, visual. So we have, during the khutbah, we are listening. We learn by listening. We're learning by copying others. We have the internal learning, which the self experience, like we understand the power of Allah, the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without any access. So the life for our kids during the daily life, going to the school, back to the school, they learn new things by themselves. And the visual learning and the physical one by helping others. We have all the methods in our deen, alhamdulillah.
Subhanallah, di sini brother menjelaskan intelijen, cara-cara belajar itu ternyata sudah ada di agama kita. Ketika seorang berkhutbah, maka kita mendengarkan, itu adalah cara mendapatkan ilmu dengan cara mendengar. Lalu ketika kita sholat sebagai makmum, kita melakukan hal yang sama dengan imam. Maka itu adalah kecerdasan belajar dengan melakukan gerakan. Lalu di sini juga ada contoh kesendirian dan bermunajat kepada Allah. Di sini adalah self learning. Lalu dengan cara membaca Al-Quran, maka ini adalah visual learning, dan cara sosial.
Yeah, I think we stop here, inshallah. I was told that 1 hour for the PowerPoint and 1 hour for questions, but I think because the subject is really important, so it has a lot of things to speak about. So So sorry for not completing all the slides, but inshallah, maybe in the future, inshallah. I'm really grateful to everyone has attended the meeting, let's say. And jazakumullah khair. Jazakumullah khair.
Jazakallah khairan, Brother Mohamed. Ya. Gaya, ada yang mau diterjemahin terakhir?
Udah deh, insyaallah.
Yeah. Thank you for the lecture.
Ya, jazakumullah khair.
This is very wonderful lecture, and there's so many things that we can learn from this
Jazakumullah khair. Jazakumullah khair.
Today lecture. And we hope you in another time you can come again to our Hikari parenting school.
Inshallah.
Your knowledge. Yeah.
Inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. And
Thank you,
hopefully
Soliha.
you got benefit, inshallah.
Gaya, mungkin ditutup dulu ini kelasnya.
Oke, terima kasih Bu Ibu yang sudah datang. Terima kasih dan mohon maaf kalau ada, saya menerjemahkan yang salah. Saya juga masih belajar. Terima kasih Kak Vivi atas kesempatannya. Terima kasih Brother dan Kak Soliha. Yuk kita tutup kajian hari ini dengan membaca kafaratul masjid.
Jazakumullah.
Jazakumullah khair, Brother, dan semuanya. Terima kasih.
Ya, assalamualaikum. Jazakumullah khair.
Thank you all of the participants. Yeah. Anaknya. Okay. Maybe we can close the class now. Yeah. Thank you, and we will meet again, inshallah, next Saturday.
Terima kasih Kak Vivi.
Yeah.
See you.